Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurhani binti Mahat. So for our group report, the title is Favoritism is Leadership Attitude Problem in the Workplace. So our group member is Muhammad Alamin, Siti Nabila, myself Nurhanim and Nur Syafiqah binti Rokman. Okay, for the introduction, I am on behalf of Nur Syafiqah Rokman because she got some technical issues. So I will present the introduction and the problem statement part. So for the introduction, attitude of partially in the workplace is generally seen as a negative thing and even has a toxic effect on work culture. This practice may start out as something harmless but can develop into a source of animosity between staff. And furthermore, this practice that treats employees differently, others not because of one's qualification, but it's because unrelated to job performance, which is a personal matter, can be expressed as favoritism. Based on the selected scene, the unethical issues identified were partially in the workplace. For the problem statement, what I learned from the selected issue is that the nature of partially is considered one of the negative values because it not only affect the organization but also other employees. Additionally, I have found that favoritism has several effects in the workplace that can degrade company performance. Employees become jealous and dissatisfaction and organization conflict will occur. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hanim and I will start with research question. Okay, here we have 10 research question, and this question is related to the favoritism topic in our report. So the first two questions, how satisfied are you at your workplace and what kind of treatment do you receive at your workplace? This is in regards of the satisfaction of the respondent at their office. Okay, so the third question is how do you react favoritism in your workplace, and the fourth one, do you report the act to the respective department? These two questions, question 3 and 4, is also related to favoritism, and this is to measure whether they willing to take action about the issue in their office or whether they do nothing about it. Okay, so the fifth question is, do you try to compete for your superior attention? And this one is to measure whether they are willing to work harder to impress their bosses to get the attention that they want. Okay, to get the the fair treatment between all the teammates. Okay, and the sixth one, the number 6 is how do you treat the person who become the favorite, whether it's normal or whether they treat they ignore them. This is also to measure how far is the issue in their office, how serious is the issue in their office. Okay, because in favoritism, this will not only affect the relationship between them and their bosses, but also the person who become the favorite. The sixth and the seventh question is related to each other, and the seventh one, do you think the favorite person deserves the attention? This is also to measure how serious is the issue, whether the bosses really give attention to someone who deserve it or someone who doesn't deserve the attention. Okay, so the eighth one is how far are your work performance between the favorite person? Okay, this is to compare their performance between the favorite person, whether because the number 7, we ask whether they deserve the attention, but on number 8 we ask whether their work performance is different, or whether it's almost the same, whether it's the favorite person performance are not really good, but they get the attention. So we need to have the information here, whether it's fair to treat the person, whether it's fair for the person to become the top of the of the team, the favorite person, when the work performance is just as below par. Okay, so the next one is, do you think your superior have personal interest with the favorite person? Yes, this is also to measure on the question, previous question asked about the work performance, and this question asking about the personal interest. They might be dating the bosses, they might be other reason other than work performance that he or she become the favorite person. So all of this question we use to measure what is the reason behind the favoritism. And the last question, number 10, is how close are you with your superior, whether they are close or not close, whether they are have a good relationship with their bosses, or they may not. So all these questions we use to measure how serious is the issue, and what is the reason of behind the favoritism, and we might discover what is the work performance of the respondents, or the reason why the favorite person become the favorite person. Okay.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Siti Nabila binti Kamarudin. I will share about a contribution and recommendation. The primary aim in this study is favoritism create job stress in the workplace. So far, most studies have focused on society and also company as their contribution. First is knowledge. From the knowledge perspective, the worker have to have self-motivation. Everyone have to show their improvement if there is any problem, and also if the manager doesn't like, just do anything to take the manager hurt, or maybe just do you guys work. Secondly is company. From the company perspective, the worker will be less motivation towards the working if there is favoritism issue in the company. Assalamualaikum, I'm Siti Nabila binti Kamarudin. I will
Okay, for the next slide, I'm going to explain about research methodology. Okay, the subtopic for research methodology is number of samples. The second one is research design, and the third one is data collection. Okay, okay, number of samples. For this research question, we distribute the survey among the colleague on 31st until May May 5th of June 2021. Okay, so the respondents are from the same company, in majoring in recruitment and staffing industry. So this survey is created in Google Form, comprising of 10 questions with drop-down features of their best chosen answer. So they only can choose one answer. There are 7 people, 7 respondents in various departments from sales to administration were chosen to answer the survey. Okay. So these slides explain about the research design qualitative that we chosen. Okay, so the research question have been tailored based on the experience of one of the employees in this company. So in order to understand this matter, we need to find a reason of the favorite person being chosen. Okay, so is there any personal reason? Is it because of his or her work performance, or just simply because of the personality? Okay, so we also dive deeper into the answer of what kind of relationship the employee has between the favorite staff and their superior. This could give extra hint of what happening around them for us to understand the situation better. The question at the beginning is trying to understand whether is there any job satisfaction in the employee's perspective. It's the common point where we can discover whether all these respondents are loving their workplace or not. So all of these questions are crucial in determining the bigger perspective of the favoritism issue. Okay, for the data collection, the survey are using Google Form to conduct the respondents' response. Okay, by using Google Form, the data collected can stay anonymous and private instead of choosing face-to-face interview. So we find this method is easier and free of charge and also reliable. It took respondents to answer less than 5 minutes since the answers are already in the drop down and they can only choose one best answer.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I am Muhammad Alamin and I am going to analyze the response we have got from respondent. Total 7 respondent of various departments from sales to administration of the organization has responded to our survey. Our survey consisted with 10 questions related to favoritism in the organization. In our first question, we have asked our respondent whether they are satisfied in their workplace or not. 5 out of 7, which is actually 71.4%, answered that they are satisfied with their current workplace and environment, although 2 of them, which consist of 28.6%, said they are not satisfied. In our second question, we have asked that whether what kind of treatment they receive at workplace. 57.1%, which is around 4% said they receive bad treatment, and 42.9%, like 3 out of 7, said they receive good treatment. This answer made our findings interesting, as in first question majority says they are satisfied, but in second question majority says they receive bad treatment. We have asked about their work performance compared to the person getting favor. 71.4% thinks their performance are same as the person getting favor, and 28.6% thinks their performance is even better than the person who is getting favor. While actually no one thinks that the person getting favor is performing better than all others. Our last question was, how close are you with your superior? The respondent said 85.7% said they are not close enough with their superior, and only 14.3%, which is 1 out of 7, said he is close enough with superior. To summarize our paper, we can say that we have seen how people are reacting about favoritism, and most of them think their performance is not getting acknowledged by their superior, and their superior is not close enough with them in terms of communication. This issue is creating job stress in the workplace and increasing the satisfaction of the staff or employee about their organization. We recommend companies to start building their teams more efficiently to reduce this kind of issue and improve communication between superior and their staff. Our recommendation towards the employees that they should look for options, avoid gossiping, and start confronting if they face something wrong.
To avoid it, everyone in the company have to attend team building that arranged by company. It is to improve the relationship with everyone in the company. We go to recommendation. There is three, which is first is team building. Team building have to be arranged by company to improve the relationship between every worker in the company, so that every department have to be mixed around in the team building to know each other. For example, the team building is like game that be arranged in Favoritism, so every team have to be teamwork to get the present. Second is look for option. The worker need to have alternative, either need to move on to find another job or stay if still feel comfortable. There is so much one can do. Having to move on is unfortunate, but sometimes it is necessary. Last one is to avoid gossip. Gossiping about the situation with colleges is not going to help in any way. All it will do is just to make the situation more tense and negative. That's all from me. Thank you.